Well, hello folks, and welcome to another edition of 316 Automotive, the internet car show that's all about resto and repair. Today, I was looking at the fuel injectors. They're all wet on the outside. Obviously, they're all leaking. We're talking about this Saab 9.3 in back of me. And one of the connectors was cracked. I mean, cracked wide open. So I'm going to show you. Look at that. Here's what's left of it. I couldn't get it off, depin it, and I'll show you about that too. So I had to take some vice grips and set them very carefully and squeeze it till the connector cracked the rest of the way and just came apart in my hands. It was very brittle. And so I'm going to show you what I did and what it looks like right now and what it's going to look like. Stand by. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 connectors, all are not connected. Well, yeah, there's connectors there, but fuel injectors all leaking. So I got new ones on order. And this one here is the one that I broke off because it was totally roached out. You can see this connector here is just fine, as well as the rest of them are just fine. There's one there and there's one right under there. I got to undo the fuel lines here in order to get them out. But this is kind of an interesting thing because these connectors here are junior power timer connectors. That's what they're known as, or EV1s, another trade name. And they're a 2-wire, and you can undo them and get them off of here. I mean, I broke this one to get it off, but I'm showing you what I'm going to do to put a new one on there. I went to Danny's U-Pull here in Tulsa, and I looked at all the Saabs and Volvos that they had, and these type of connectors are on Chevrolets and Buicks and all the European cars. They're actually fairly common. If you just root around in the engine bay, you'll be able to find them, and then you can cut the pigtail off and just take it back home, and then you can try and depin it at home, which I'm going to show you how to do right now. It accepts a blade connector, so this is a female, and the male is in the fuel injector. Okay, you get a needle and you stick it where the tab is in one side, and then you stick another needle in the other. If I had the extractor tool, that'd be good. Okay, I got the 2 needles in there. Pushing down those tabs. Let's see. There's one. All right. There's the other one. Let's try it out. There's the other one. Now, I've got this shell that I can now use on the car. Okay, now I wrote down on a piece of cardboard here what each one of these wire colors is and what terminal it goes into, and it's just like this one, the one next to it. The terminal 1 is that one, the terminal 2 is that one. So now we're just gonna take these and we're gonna slide these things, these connectors, right up through there. You hear them click when they go in. And also when you're taking them off, you see this cross wire here, it's a locking wire. You don't pull it out, you press it in. You press it in and it spreads it out due to this cam action of the connector right there, and it just pops right off. So don't pull it out like so many other Saab connectors, the big plastic ones, you have to pop them out. This one, you press it in. And so now we have a good connector and we are ready to go. There it is, and here's that. So all right, I got them all in. Let's give her a shot. Now these are the old fuel injectors. The new ones aren't here yet, but we're going to test this out and make sure it works. Alright, everything's running good, and that was the fix for doing that connector. So now we learned about depinning and repinning connectors. I didn't have to cut any wires here. I just depinned them and repinned them. There you go. Here's another one that I depinned, and here's one that I have not yet depinned, because I got a bunch of them off various Volvos and Saabs at Danny's, and it works. You have enough patience. I wish I had the extractor tools, but they're coming. They'll be good for another one. I managed to do it with needles, as we saw, so that's how you do it. Make sure you keep track of what wires go in what side of the connector here. Orient the connector the way it is on the car, so when you put on new connector, you orient the same way. Write it down like I did, and then everything will be cool. Alright, so this was a quick, low-budget fix that I did. The connector that I depinned, I got two of them that I depinned, and here's a fuel injector wiring harness from another Volvo that had the same type, so I just grabbed the whole thing. It was all the parts that I got from Danny's were less than $5, including tax. That's amazing. So whenever you can go to a junkyard to keep these old things running, that's what I do. Unless it needs to be a new part, like the fuel injectors. All right, this is Maury Thibodeau with 360 in Automotive. Have a good day.